Good morning. Hey guys, so I want to address a lot of you guys are saying, cough it up, what's going on in your life? Because I was asking for so much prayer and intercession and stuff like that on Facebook. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for all of your prayers and your love and your support because my life truly is fueled by the Holy Spirit and your prayers. I mean that. Thank you so much. So I want to tell you what's been going on. It's kind of crazy. The last 2 years since being home from YWAM have felt to me like a famine. Like just I couldn't discern my direction and what's my passion in life and how am I supposed to move forward and what am I supposed to do and all that kind of stuff. And God is ever working on me about who I'm supposed to be, not what I'm supposed to do. But anyway, I'm a doer, man. So all of that has been going on, and it felt like there was just this breaking in the spiritual realm, and I really needed help and support and prayers regarding what's been happening. So here's it in a nutshell, as nutshell as I can, because it's pretty extensive stuff. But anyway, so basically, like I said, it was 2 years. I felt like I was in this famine, and then there was this breaking, and then all of a sudden it was like I had all of these choices that I needed to make. So the last month has just been crazy. The last few months, but the last month specifically. So basically, part one. Okay, a lot of you guys know that I live my life like every man is a no until God tells me yes. I haven't like stepped into a relationship or dated a man in 5 years. Well, yeah, I've been single for 5 years, and so I met someone and I stepped into a relationship with him. Incredible individual. Okay, incredible individual. Otherwise, I wouldn't have stepped into a relationship. But there was some things that didn't line up with who God had spoken that my husband will be. And so I was confused because, again, incredible individual. And the Lord literally spoke to me, this is an option. This is an option that you can take. And I could have had this good life, and things could have gone well, and really cared for this person. And we hit it off, and it was just really, really great. Um, but there were enough things that didn't line up for me, little red flags in my spirit, if you will, that who he was incredible, but who he wasn't was hard for me to get past. And so I I had this choice before me, to accept the option and walk forward in that and have again a nice life. Could have been a good life, or choose the better, if you will, and wait. And I chose to wait. And that was an excruciating choice. It really was. That was a biggie. And then just right after that, within a very short period of time, I was offered, well, kind of at the same time ending, but then the next thing, part two, was that I was offered a job. And again, I have been laboring for the last couple of years with what am I supposed to do? When am I going to be a grown up and earn some money? All that kind of stuff. And so a friend of mine offered me a position, and it was for grown-up money, benefits, regular hours, the whole bit. And I was like, praise you, Jesus. Like, here it comes. I'm going to be a grown-up, right? In that same time frame, this ministry that I have wanted to be a part of for since January of 2015 messaged me and said, hey, did you get that job? And I was like, well, I interview on Thursday. And she was like, well, I want to talk to you about an internship here. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Just the time frame. So I was just started praying, and I was like, Lord, what are you doing? Like if you'd asked me last year, I would have told you I was moving to Arizona last year. I just believed in my heart. I just knew I was supposed to be a part of this team, and it was a matter of time, like when it was going to happen. So anyway, never happened, and I was kind of like, what is that about? Did I misunderstand? I don't know what's up. So when I got the information regarding the possible internship with them, I was like, okay, Lord, you know what I need. I need, a place that I can afford to pay rent, which I can't afford that. I got to take my dog, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, it became a choice. Okay, now I'm at a crossroads. Now I'm between choosing this job where I can be a grown up. And when I say that, I mean, I can afford to pay rent, I can afford life. And have my own place, come on, all that kind of stuff, things I've wanted. Or I could choose ministry, and be immersed in a language that I want to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like flowing in the gifts and living in community with people who are passionate and serving God. That is I'm about it, you know? And so it became like, what am I going to do? Am I going to choose? And again, this is an option. Like, God would have loved me in either way. You know, he loves me. He's going to bless me either way. And I'm doing kingdom work either way, because this was social service stuff. Good job. You know, either way, I'm pouring into the kingdom, and I would be blessed and loved either way. So then it's just a choice. What do you want? You know, and I'm like, oh, why do you make me choose? So I chose in my heart, I chose the ministry, because no amount of money is going to give me what I could learn in the ministry, and what I'm going to experience. It's just a 6-month commitment. There's no guarantee of a job on the other side, but nothing's going to teach me what I want to know in this way, and be able to turn around and pour that out, right? I mean, that's the point, to get healed, to turn around, to see others healed. Holla. But anyway, so I had to choose, and I was like, I'm going to choose the ministry. So again, option, but I chose the better, you know? Both are good, but I chose the better. And so then part 3, I came upon this truck. Now, if you know me at all, you know I'm a truck girl. I had a Tacoma for 11 years, loved it, would have never sold it, but I shipped it to Hawaii, and then I got sick, and God orchestrated selling it, like, without me lifting a finger. It was so of him. So I did that, but I've had my eye open for a truck ever since, and I always will. It will just be a matter of time until I have another Tacoma. Absolutely. But anyway, so I actually found a Tacoma recently when I decided I'm moving to Arizona. I was like, man, the move would be easier if I had a truck. So I started kind of looking around. Well, I actually found a truck that I could afford, which is a huge statement. It would barely affect my budget. My budget would not change much at all. And I could afford it, which is it's a crazy statement if you know how much money I make. And they did everything I asked them to do. They got it down to where I wanted it to be. They were not yanking me on the interest. I mean, they got it down to right where I could do it. And it was a great little truck, you know, low miles, younger than my car, manual transmission, which I'm all about. And but it was pretty dinged up, and it wasn't the color I would ever choose, and whatever. I didn't care about those things because it's not going to be my forever truck, right? It's just a truck. So one night I was praying, and I was like, Lord, why does everything have to be so hard? Like, why do all of these choices have to be like life choices? You know, like the man, the job, the car. Why does it have to be, you know, so hard? And then it was just like this revelation. It was like, these are tests. Oh, these are tests. So here's the gig. I have found to be true in my life that we go through things, and those things will just keep coming up, just keep coming up, just keep coming up until we get it right. You know what I mean? Like, you can go around that tree as many times as you want until you have victory in it, until you get it right. You will always be presented with the opportunity to get it right. If you don't get it right, it'll come around again. Just realized something else. Thank you, Lord, that I got right. Thank you, Lord. Sorry, a little revelation there. Anyway, grateful. So I was like, oh. So again, the truck is an option. He would have blessed me in it because I would have been blessed having that car. That's all there is to it. Dependable, all of it. But the wise thing would say to wait. I don't know where I'm going to be in 6 months. I don't really need that loan behind me. So as excruciating as it is, because I want a truck, y'all, you don't even know, I waited. I said no to the truck, and I chose waiting, which is better. Doesn't feel better, but it is better. And so here's the gig. I just want to say thank you for your prayers, because it's been a heavy month for me, a lot of revelation. I am moving forward. So I did choose the ministry, and cannot wait, y'all, cannot wait, jumping in. And that's basically the bottom line, because this has gone way too long. That's basically the bottom line. We have options in life, and God will bless you there. You know, he will love you there. He never loves you any less. He will bless you there. You'll see goodness in your land. But we have an option to choose better. Excruciating, not easy, sometimes countering what we think is the desire of our heart. But We are given the ability to do it. And when you make the choice, just do it. Just jump in. Give it your whole heart. Just do it. Just jump in. I guarantee there's going to be abundant blessing. He's never going to make you or ask you to give something up. And here's the thing, he wasn't asking me to give those things up. Like, he was like, this is an option for you. You can take this option. But he's never going to ask you to give something up or watch you give something up and then fail to bless you, fail to come through, fail to be present for you, fail to step you into more, which is what I'm seeking so hard after in my life. Anything God has to offer, I want it. Anything he has to offer, I want it. Ooh, something just went through, like that can be bad stuff. And yeah, you know what? As I step into this ministry, I'm fully prepared to be disappointed. I'm fully prepared for just discouragement. It's going to be one of the hardest things I've ever done. I know that, like, Bible school kicked my butt, okay? It was the hardest thing I've ever done, but it taught me who I am and made me become better. And I expect the same thing of this. It's not going to be easy. Living in community is never easy. You know, there's always the human element to any job you have. But again, what I'm going to learn in this season and in this time is going to be priceless. Priceless. And I'm so ready to be immersed in a language that I want to speak. And so anyway, that's it. Those are my miracles. And there's so much more, but dadgum. Sorry.